All right. No Sunday shenanigans from StreamYard today or tonight. That's the first. Yeah, we'll wait for everybody to shuffle in. Crazy day today. Ark, Wildman Survival. Hey, howdy. How you doing? South Florida sunshine. Hello, Carol. Oh no, yeah, I caught him. He almost showed his man boobs, didn't he? Yeah. Kentucky Goblin. Hello, neighbor. Thank you for showing up for tonight's shit or shenanigans. Oops. I saw that. I know. He thought he thought I wouldn't notice, Carol. I think maybe I wasn't supposed to see that, but I felt violated. I saw a little more than I wanted to. No, not as much as I'm letting on, but yeah, I appreciate Homestead Aquarius. Carolyn Lowe, she smells shenanigans. Kentucky Goblin, you took my idea. You mentioned it. You mentioned it. Here in a few minutes, I'll show the link. Yeah, to get on StreamYard. Star Homestead, India. How you doing, Star? Got our coffee, and all it's doing is keep me awake because, like today, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm still getting brain fog, and it's getting annoying. Um, Janet's Cruising Homestead. How do you do? Welcome to the live. Beverly Moffat. Hello. How are you guys commenting on two live streams? Because they are multi-talented. They are multitaskers on YouTube. Gardening Done All Wrong, who is a very misleading name, we've learned, but the man knows his gardening. So even if he is doing it wrong, he's doing it right in my book. Diva in the Dirt. That's Maureen. How you doing, Maureen? Thought we were going to get some storms tonight, but I don't know. Maybe a little later. Always gardening and prepping. Yeah. Long time no see. I know I've mentioned I like warm weather. I don't do well in the cold. But the past 2 days have just been ridiculous hot. I think that what's really making it bad is the humidity. Green country. Might have put me glasses on. I'm an old man and I'm reading small print. A nifty case for your glasses is pointless if your glasses are dirty anyway, right? Watch me put them on upside down. backwards or something. Yeah, Diva in the Dirt, you're right. Matter of fact, let's take a peek at Kentucky's humidity right now. Yeah, right. Put on your old man glasses. You're right, Goblin. So let's see what we can present to the masses. We're going to share the screen here. I have a cat that wants to get out so bad, but he's not allowed to because he starts fights with the neighbor's cat. At least that's the story. So it's 11:06. Do you want to be notified? No. Trying to do a live. I really would not like to be interrupted during a live. Let's see if we can. It's like StreamYard's being cool to me tonight. All right. Look at that. So it looks like sometime after 3, I think, I'm guessing somewhere around 3:30, we're going to get all that right there in the green. But green's good as long as we don't have the oranges, reds, and dark reds in there. We'll be good to go. That's just some heavy rain right in there. Darker green. Down here towards Nashville, Tennessee. That's some really heavy downpours right there, but you don't see any lightning or anything. So hey, that's a good deal right there. So you see, let's see what our humidity is. 69% humidity. And here's our dew point, 55 degrees. Pretty nifty, eh? So yeah. Just now getting comfortable in here. I've got 2 fans going. One is circulating back and forth. And another one is basically just, I guess, blowing the hot air up, which doesn't seem to be helping, but what the hey. What's everybody been up to today? Have we been gardening today, or just taking a day off from gardening because it is Mother's Day? And happy Mother's Day, by the way. While it's still Mother's Day. Because let's face it, none of us would be here without Mama. Of course, Dad helped, but we'll not get into that. This isn't about the birds and the bees. This is about Sunday shenanigans. I'm going to throw the link out there just a minute. Let's see. Let's do this right here. Let's share some chats. Carolyn Lowe trimmed the bottoms of her tomatoes today. Yeah, I did too. Well, I've got one that I can actually trim. The rest are still something like this. And so they got a little ways to go. I can't wait to stick them in the ground though. Kentucky Goblin asks what kind of shenanigans we should get into. Anything that probably, anything that we can get by with without being, censored by the YouTube police. Deep in the dirt. Friday, I put all my tomatoes, and yesterday, 27 squashes. Today, my kidults, I like that, kidults came and did a work bee and helped do weeding and other major jobs. That's awesome. That is awesome. Huga Homestead, how did you slip in here without me knowing? Hi. Always good to have you in here. What's this about getting violated? Yeah. Where is that? Where is that Homestead Aquarius? There he is, right there. See, I don't know how they got here, Homestead Aquarius. I mean, I'm not that good looking, so that can't be it. Somebody must have put a bug in their ear. Robert, I appreciate you, brother. I really do. Then I'm going to throw that link out here in just a bit. Oh no! Yeah, right. Well, I don't know if he saw my message in chat. I said I felt violated, but it wasn't that bad. Homestead, it really wasn't that bad. Homestead Aquarius, but could be worse. You would know if it was really bad because YouTube would just cut your stream. I think. Well, I've heard that happen. It's never happened to me that I know of, but yep, he absolutely did, and I really really appreciate him plugging Storms, Radios, and Cats tonight. And we have 227 subscribers. I'm happy to see the numbers coming up, and I'm not in a big hurry to get out there and monetize this channel or anything. I'm just trying to have fun with it. It's like a hobby. And yeah, I've heard people say, well, my hobby turned into a business. Well, that's good, but that's not where I'm trying to go with this. Just trying to have fun. Ugh. So in your special way, you're saying that you scared them to my channel. I mean, whatever works, man. I mean, oh, I have 227 subs now. Deep in the dirt, subscribed. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Well, I mean, I'm open to suggestions, if anybody doesn't like the topic, but I just thought we'd come out here and just have some fun and blow off some steam. And, we're all friends here. And if I had a topic, I would put it in the description, a specific topic. But my friend Kentucky Goblin said, that would be a good name, Shenanigans. So I just added Sunday to it, Sunday Shenanigans. So big thumbs up to you, Randy, my neighbor up the road. Actually, I looked at your channel and you were at 230. Woohoo! That's awesome. Well, Greene County, in some ways, YouTube is a whole lot like Facebook, isn't it? If you say something wrong, they're going to put you in Facebook jail. So that's why I only use Messenger. Yeah, they're fixing to turn Facebook into a bigger mess than it already is. So look out for that. But I try to stay off of the website. Love the messenger, but I just don't like the website. You gotta burn that live. Yeah. Thank you, Carol. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Kentucky Goblin, the numbers don't show the same for everybody. And I could have 230 today and then 225 tomorrow. That's just how our YouTube is just, their numbers are just all screwed up. I'm sorry, but just I'm just going to put that out there. It's not quite as bad as Facebook, but it's not a complete free speech platform either. You're right. You're right. Yeah, I sure, but I mean on Rumble, you're given a whole lot more space, a lot more wiggle room. You could say a lot more than what you want to on YouTube. Well, I mean, let's just face the facts. But Dill Hole, hello, Dill Hole, what's up? But hey, we're not doing OnlyFans here. This is YouTube, right? And I'll use YouTube until it gets to be so censored you can't even shoot it. It just might broadcast live from my own website. Let's see if I can get that. Share the invite link. You know how I got 114 watch hours. Woo! Am I going to lose sleep over it? Nah. Doesn't bother me one damn bit. Because I'd be crazy to let run my life like that. It's kind of like drivers on the road. They pass you because you're just not going five over what the speed limit is, or 10 over like they are. And they get around you, and then they get up to a light faster, and you're like, ha ha. Or a cop pulls them over. You know, you're like, well, you were in such a hurry to get pulled over. That's great. Okay, Janet's Cruising Homestead. It's good. I'm glad you were here. You have a good night's sleep, and great day tomorrow. We'll catch you again. Yeah, and uh, there's a lot of lives, whether they're well. I'm only noticing this in lives that are monetized already. They have several, thousand subscribers, and right in the middle of the live, they play an ad, and I'm like, what? And I'm missing whatever the heck they're talking about, so I get lost. And I'm like, well, sometimes the conversation changes so much that if you get an ad right in the middle of a live, you're lost. It's really ignorant, but I understand. YouTube has to make their money so they can pay us, right? Google Homestead worked on a sink. The directions are Chinese, so I'm hesitant to cut a hole in the countertop. Ooh. And more than likely, their customer service probably couldn't talk to you, unless they have a translator or something. Or maybe you can use Google Translate, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I was gonna share the invite link here, and if you show anything you're not supposed to, you out of here. I almost blocked myself. That would have been awkward. Garden State Gardener, Joe, how you doing? Ah, Folgers coffee. I don't feel quite as brain foggy as I did a little while ago, but it's still there. Yeah. Well, and now it's nice weather, and I'm in and out. I just can't sit still, and I was out past 2 days, and my body said, okay, you've probably done more than you're used to, so I'm gonna have to ease myself into it a little bit. Just a little exhausted. That's a hard-working man right there. Garden State Gardener is a hard-working. He's a hard-working Joe, and I don't know how you do it. Honestly, I don't know where you find the energy to do all that you do, Joe. Just trying to catch up with the chat here. That's me. That's me. I've got like several irons in the fire, and nothing's done. Yeah. Hmm. Guess the cat had something to say. Hmm. That mugshot. I'm pretty sure most mugshots aren't showing. Never mind. Yeah, yeah. That's Dark Paw over there, the one that's not allowed outside, Mister Troublemaker. Which I'm not entirely convinced that it's all his fault. It could be the neighbor's cat as well causing problems. Nah, he's over here laying down pouting because He really wants outside. It's not so bad during the day. He wants to lay around the house and mope, and then when it comes nighttime, he wanders from the window to the back door, back to the window, back to the door, just all night long. So right now he's just taking a little rest. Carol, you're just like the rest of us YouTubers. You just show what you want to show. We can't possibly show everything. Wait a minute. There's an avenue that I'm not sure if we want to go down that avenue right now. You can ask Kentucky Goblin. I've got a monster cat over here, and he's for the most part he's gentle as can be. But I've got a female cat here. Put him in a corner. That's no lie. She acts like she's mama to everybody. But if you step out of line, she'll let you know. And she's actually made him back up. And he came over and started crying to me about it. I'm like, dude, you just gotta listen to her. Stop being stupid. Just listen to the female because she knows better. Soon after, he just he wanted out. He wanted to go outside, get away from her. Free hugs. Well, shoot. Shucks, ma'am. Do tell the cucumber cat challenge. That's kind of, it's not torturing the cat, is it? With the cucumber, because apparently the cats are supposed to be afraid of cucumbers, but I've never tested that theory. What about you, Kentucky Goblin? Have you tested the theory that cats are afraid of cucumbers? I mean, I could kind of understand it. Maybe, I mean, um, your blind cat didn't fall for it. Uh, copperhead snakes put out a musky smell. It almost resembles cucumbers. So I just kind of wonder if there's a connection there. Ouch. Well, I Armenian cucumbers. I guess. I mean, if they, I don't know if it's the scent or the shape or the color or what sets the cats off about cucumbers. I'm not because I've still not been able to figure out why that bothers them so much. Let's try gardening. Howdy, howdy. What's up? Doing all right? He's pouting. Still over there pouting. Let's see if I can. We'll bring him down the camera up just for a minute here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know Kentucky Goblin. I've never tested that theory, but I do have cucumber started, so maybe when they pop up, we'll try it. A concrete rattlesnake. Here in Kentucky, we have the real ones, among other among other slithering creatures, black snakes and copperheads, rattlesnakes. Um, wow, drew a blank. Let's see. Might not be able to do this. I don't know. I'll have to send myself the link, I think, or we could just turn the camera towards the cat. But you've all seen cats before. He's no different. Oh man, zucchini bread is the bomb. I can't get enough of it. I could probably eat through a whole loaf in one day. Yeah, I don't want to step on a snake if I can help it, whether it's real or not. Gardening Warrior Q. What's up, lady? Are you are you just trying to sneak in here and not your presence known to us? That sounds like a Sunday shenanigan. Yeah, yeah. We can shenanigans to a point. Let's not too. We'll try not to get too R-rated or X-rated. There's a fine line according to YouTube, but we're mostly adults here, aren't we? Something like that. There's a nice thing about having small subscriber numbers on your channel. I mean, you get by with a little bit extra, but then when they notice after a while, after you have big numbers, they kind of pay attention more. Oh no, Q, I don't. I believe you. You never steered me wrong, girl. I know. Oh, look what the cat drug in. I'm not going to be violated, am I?
Um, no, I'm gonna try my best not to do any violating. Hang on, let me get my noobish stuff going here. Get you going
What?
back live on my tablet. It's
Take your
violating
time.
the tablet,
You violated tablet, huh?
dude. It was bad. I
Yeah.
said to myself, I said, "Hey, Bear's fixing to go live. I'm gonna jump on there and try to help him get the word out, and hang out, see who all's out there active tonight. Got a lot of people doing the Mother's Day chill out thing and winding down for the weekend. And I'm a doggone. I thought I had everything covered, and my tablet decided to go black on me because I was showing the globe, and I showed your channel, and it showed me. When the screen went black, it went black and showed me in my dang gray furry chesticles. Y'all got that free. If you want to see more, you got to go to my OnlyFans. $25 a month or a box of Nutty Buddies a month. Either way, I let people in cheap.
The big box, not
Big,
that little, 8-pack.
the big box.
The big box. The one
Because
that's
they're
hard
hard to
to find.
find.
Yeah.
If I can't find them, then that's worth $25 to me a month.
Heck yeah.
Oh my God, the horror. And I had my corn dog box up there. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this from the inside studio, but there's stuff in here that just can't see, right?
Or unseen.
You can't see this stuff in here. And had the corn dog box set up, and I wound up having to get a pizza box, and that's all right. I'm gonna do it next time. Next time I'm gonna do brave, and I'm gonna do all mirrors. It's all gonna be mirrored, and I ain't gonna be able to hide from it, right? That's what I'm gonna do.
Which one is the real Homestead Aquarius?
That's right. The fat the guy over here or the fat guy over here. It's gonna be looking at that Conan 2, the Destroyer, in that scene where they're doing it with all the mirrors and the ape monster, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna shut up now. How you doing, Barry?
I'm good. I had a little brain fog today. God, I might have overdone it past 2 days because it's nice out. Wow, that heat. Yesterday I was been over working in the garden, and I raised up, and everything outside started spinning, and I was like, yeah, this might be a good time to stop. So I came in.
That heat will make you check engine light. Come on, brother. That's what happened to me.
Tell me about it. And that, and that brain fog, I don't know what the hell's causing that, but it's getting old. Because it's been a lot lately.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that heat does not play, and it's been kind of cool here though. Now I've got
Hello, Larks.
we had a lot of clouds, a lot of storms go by, so that helped out. And I've got a couple of volunteer peach trees that are in a bad spot because they're over here close to my septic tank, but they're growing up beside the RV, and that gives me some shade too. I don't know. Just stupid hillbilly ways. Oh, so we get by.
Wasn't John trying to become a hillbilly? Did you get that impression?
He's always wanted to be a hillbilly.
I mean, in all fun, wouldn't want the marshal to come down on me, but
Well,
I thought he was trying to become a hillbilly. Y'all managed to get him to say Okrie. I thought that was an accomplishment right there.
well, he thinks he's so smart. See, oh, he's just so smart. He sat there with this Okrie deal. He don't know that's where he's trying to be hillbilly. Let's just leave it at that. Like everybody wants to be hillbilly.
He's too far north.
I know. See, he wants to.
And I think. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. I mean, I've lived here 30 years this year, and I think I've earned it. Even though I come from Cleveland, I don't know where, but my family's from all over the place. Pennsylvania and stuff. They all lived out in the country, so I think my ancestors or whatever might be Southerners. I don't know. But I feel more at home down here than I do up in Cleveland. And that's my hometown.
Cleveland.
Yeah, the Mistake by the Lake.
Up there with Klinger and the Mud Hens.
Yeah.
Around Toledo. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Every place there's wonderful things everywhere in the world, but we like to have fun with each other. Geographical boundaries that don't really matter to mankind.
Nah. No.
But
we're all here on this planet and trying to survive just like everybody else.
Yeah, Kentucky. I mean, you didn't move far south. Kentucky is the boundary right there. That's the boundary for the South there, the northern boundary.
What? Yeah. To be fair, Umstead, I actually moved from Cleveland and then just south of Cleveland and then south, South Ohio, Cincinnati and Harrison, Ohio. And then somewhere along the line, I met this woman, and we ended up living here in Kentucky because her family decided to move here. And so I guess the only place I haven't lived was west, east, and middle Ohio. But
well, it shows your effort and your spirit of a continual migration south. Yeah. And that's good. You've been here for 30 years. I would say you're honorary. You're Southerner now. Is what I'm gonna say.
Well, I accept that, because I just this right here feels natural to me to be out in the middle of 12 miles from everything.
There you go. There you go.
It's nice here, though.
Let's see. What is all the?
While you're collecting your thoughts, I'm gonna go over here and get some more coffee.
Okay.
I'll turn my camera back on and get back to you.
Well, he's building for a plumbing check later. I have had all the coffee I wanted today and switched over to Celestial Seasoning. We got the herbal tea, lemon zinger herbal tea going here.
Well, that stuff's good.
Yeah.
Anything from Celestial Seasonings is good. I was raised up.
I watched a video, man, talking about a concoction for the morning, lemon, a cup of water with half a juice of lemon and some cinnamon and some this, a little of that, and a little bit of oregano oil, and some other stuff. You mix that all up, and it's supposed to be good for you. I'm going to get all that and start making some of that. It kind of kickstarts you, you know.
I understand that cinnamon is supposed to be good for you, but didn't understand what for.
Cinnamon is good for you. It's got some powerful compounds in it that are good for your cardiac health. I get some curcumins or whatever that, I don't know, whatever that class of chemicals are. Red pepper, cayenne pepper, and cinnamon are two things that are very good. But, you know, you got to really eat a lot of cinnamon you got to eat a lot of cinnamon in order to have too much of it, you know. But yeah, curcumins and turmeric. Yeah, I don't know what's in. I guess it's cinnaminoids. I don't know, but it's good stuff, you know. As long as it's the real stuff, you know, and not the fake cinnamon.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't meaning to come up here. It just happened accidental. Like I clicked.
Well, it's a happy accident.
Well, I said, well, I'll hop up there, say hello. You know,
Well, I'm glad you did. Anytime, man. That's what it's all about. I show up at your broadcast. I may not come up, but I'm there.
well, pretty soon I'm going to have people up on panel. You know, like the rest of you normal good YouTubers. I'm going to have folks up. You know, be able to chat and whatever. And hopefully not show myself. So I'm sitting over here naked. And ain't no telling what I showed everybody.
Well, I mean, you know, be fair, shorts and no shirts, not really that, you know. Apparently, men, you know, last I knew, men were allowed to wander around with no shirt on. I mean, good Lord.
No shirt. Yeah, well, I don't know what they saw. I don't think they saw me downstairs. Lord help me if that would happen. See, they always say that live streams are dangerous for your channel, and now I'm even more a believer of that because I've almost violated on videos before. Yeah.
Well, you know, it's not in your case. It's not so much violating everyone else. You violated yourself too.
I know it's terrible.
You try so hard not to show yourself, even reflections.
I know, and it is no good deed goes unpunished, is what they say.
No wonder carriage was seen. Well, you know.
Yeah, that's all fun.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
Alabama,
it does.
it gets muggy.
It is Alabama, and it does get hot. And it does get muggy, and I'll tell you what, you can take off every stitch of clothes you've got, and run around naked, and it don't help, but it's better than having clothes on.
Absolutely.
I think I'm gonna start dressing like an Arab, you know, and get me that whole covering thing going because they say that's really good, but that's also in a dry climate where there's some wicking action and evaporative activity in the atmosphere that will actually pull the water off of your body when it is 95% humidity. Ain't no water going anywhere off your body. Oh.
Yeah, while it's still pouring it out.
That's exactly right. It's just setting on you.
And then you stand up. You've been working the soil and everything or whatever you're doing out there, and you stand up and that one little drop of sweat is in your eyebrow. It goes right straight in your eye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, it burns.
It does, man. It's sitting there stinging. It's like, oh, that hurts. Star. I was over there on Star's live stream the other night. Of Bless his heart. He's sitting out there just breathing. Would you shut up? Somebody's out there trying to kill me. I don't know, probably a possum or something wandered by, but maybe a cat or a bird. But old Star sitting there in the shade, just breathing and talking and just wiping his forehead off, just wiping his face, just like, oh my God, I'm gonna melt.
Man, I can't imagine. I was whining about, like, yesterday wasn't too bad, but today was right on the verge of 80, and humidity's way up there. And I was whining about it, and here's Star over there in India. He's got a reason to bitch about it. It's hot as hell over there. There's nowhere to. He's lucky to have some shade.
Yeah. And to hear him talk, about everything that's over there, you got to think that the smell is being activated too. You got the cow dung and all that kind of stuff heating up, and getting nice and moisturized in the air. It's like I don't know. Maureen Washington, you have a good evening.
Good night, Diva.
Yeah, get you some good sleep. I don't have AC, but I do have an air conditioner here, but I don't run it. Last time I ran it's when I was recovering from a heart attack. That's it. I run with box fans, and
that's a very good reason to have to run it, though, isn't it?
Yeah. That's the only time I've done it. Years ago, I was out there working. It was on the 4th of July, and it was real hot. And I had what I thought was heat exhaustion. That's probably what it was, but it was possibly leading to a heart attack or whatever. And it took me out for the day. I came in and laid down because neighbors had the flu bad, and I had been exposed to them down there. And I thought, oh no, I got the flu too. And I got better the next day. And I still wasn't feeling 100%. Went back out there, got hot again, and it happened again. I'm like, okay, this is not the flu. This is something heat related. And I went back in and turned the air conditioner on and just stood there for about 30 minutes or so. And, ran it for about 3 hours, and then it started raining. And I turned the air conditioner off and just ran with the fans after that. But I don't want to use that air conditioner. Yeah. I have gone without air conditioner for a couple of decades now, pretty much. It's pretty solid. And you want some miserableness. You get yourself used to air conditioning and go out and try to do something. Oh,
I said this the other day that I hooked mine up and it ran for like a minute, and then it did this squealing sound and then commenced to humming really loud, and I'm like, yeah, something stuck in that squirrel cage fan, and I've yet to take it out of the damn window and take it apart. And I'm gonna have to. And I'm the same way. I only run it if I have to.
Yeah.
It's nice to get that humidity out of the house, but you can do the same thing with the dehumidifier.
Oh, I ain't run none of that. And I've got a real humid place here. Whatever it is outside is what it is inside.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was here, but today was okay. Even though it was 77, 78 degrees, it was cool until you started working.
Yeah.
And if you were in one place for a long time, you had that sun on your back. Sun, that's when the sweat starts pouring out. You start feeling woozy.
Yeah. You need to make you some shade out there.
I got it. Just have to walk up the hill to use it.
You got one of your neighbors there. Got Tennessee Bushcrafter. Just dropped in here.
Oh, hey, Tennessee, what's up? I forgot how to pin the link to the top. Well, StreamYard didn't give me trouble this time like it did last time.
That's good.
So I don't know what the deal was, but last Sunday it didn't give me the broadcast, start broadcast button. Not like okay, so close it out, delete that, start a new one. That seemed to work.
I hope everybody had themselves a good Mother's Day. I hope they did. All the moms got, some good time with their family, and maybe had breakfast in bed, or whatever they wanted it to be.
Hey, some of us old ways gardening and prepping are so used to doing without certain things at times that we've already devised a plan. Even if it was just a storm knocked the power out, we're already ready.
That's right.
I've learned to do without so much. It's actually a good learning process if you if you take control of the situation. A lot of people don't do that. They're just like, oh, I'm glad that's over, and they don't learn anything from it. But every situation in life will make an impression on you depending on what you take away from that situation. So if you let it control you, yeah, you're gonna be miserable. But if you take control of that situation, you're able to, that's a learning. It takes a learning curve, but you learn from it. That's what we're supposed to do in this life, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Is just learn from our mistakes and go on.
Yeah. That's all you can do. I mean, you can choose the opposite, to not learn from your mistakes and go on, but you're going to go on one way or the other.
Oh yeah.
All you do is say, "Well, I screwed up."
There's no pause button on this. This is life is live. There's no pause button.
Hope nobody died because you made a mistake or whatever it is, and you just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got a buddy of mine that I've known I've known him for about 15 years, maybe 10, maybe 10. About, time's adding up. Probably 15 years. Yeah, God. But he told me one time he can live on $125 a month. And I said, "You're full of crap."
Yeah.
$125 a month. And I see, and he can't, but he showed me what he does. Okay. And he proved it out to me. I mean, you're talking about somebody that's hyper cheap. This man's extremely, extremely cheap, right?
Yeah.
But what he didn't say is that, like, he ate supper with me on Wednesday nights, and then sometimes another night. He is always eating one meal a day with somebody. So he was getting a lot of his groceries for free. But, his place was paid for, $125 a month, that took care of all his bills. Like, dude, you're doing good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I've learned, the past 2.5 years, I've learned the hard way that you have to be vigilant with your money, and now more than ever you have to be just really tight with your money.
That's right.
And it's just me here and the cats, and I've made sure we both have our food and a roof over our heads. But Yeah, I'm not going to say, shoot, I don't care if I had $1 million or not, because I'd love to have $1 million. I know a lot of people that would benefit from that, but I don't think just wouldn't be one of those people that brags about it. Oh yeah, Tennessee. I mean, Homestead Curry is I got $1 million. I'm not gonna be like that. It's just money means nothing to me, and I've
Yeah.
learned that. I've learned that in the past couple of years, and since me and the ex split up, it's just like, okay, showtime. You either survive or you don't.
There you go.
No more going out there and spending money just because you can.
Or somebody else wants you to,
Yeah,
or you feel like you need to. Um, it. I ain't gonna say a whole lot about that, but you can live a whole lot cheaper, so many cheaper ways, than a lot of people do, and then take that extra money, that extra energy, from your life on this earth, and put it to something smarter. And then you can retire early. You can have your money, and efforts working for you. You know, there's smarter ways to do things. Hold on, I got to go quiet here for a minute.
that is a goal right there. Solar is a goal that I have set for, set my sights on because, um, at any time the rates are jacked up, and even though I'm on prepay, which is very economical for me, uh, at some point or another, that rate or that amount of money that I put into that prepay electric is going to go up. So far, I've not felt the effects of it. And I know they've raised the rate several times, but I could see where solar could save money, in the long run. You could do without the interzones. Explain yourself. Explain yourself. I have 2 solar panels, but my battery for them is dead, so just do with what I have. Oh man. I hope you can get that sorted out sometime soon. And I feel like the urgency to be free of the electric, from the grid and things like that is more prominent. Devil dog, hoorah! What are you doing? It does feel like we're pretty much running out of time. That's how I feel about it. Tennessee Bushcrafter, went on at 11 my time, or yeah, Eastern time. What's up, Devil Dog? You staying out of trouble?
I'm back. God, it smells like crayons in here.
Someone's eating crayons over there. Is that what you said?
Oh no. What's going on? Oh, I see devil dogs in here. Okay.
Yeah, the dog is in here. if you, huh?
He can't hear us. Devil dog can't hear us. So
Oh,
we can just talk about him eating crayons all day and he'd never know.
Somebody smoking crayons.
Eating crayon. He might smoke them too. I don't know. Oh,
The green ones, Randy. The green ones. I don't know. Can we trust the devil dog to behave himself if he comes up on panel?
I don't know. He says he heard me talking bad about him. I'm not
Talking
talking
bad
bad
about
about
him.
you.
Maybe we should sort this out tonight.
Yeah, come up here and you can tell us all about it. There,
Crayon's bad.
Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie. Pay attention right here to the chat right now. If you don't grab that now, it's your fault. I can't control your hand and your mouse and your,
Oh, he's gaming.
And gaming.
That means this, he's dying.
Come on, Mom. I can't pause this game. It leaves such a waxy taste. Bob, if you want to come up, you can. You're always welcome.
Devil dogs respawning. Oh man. Yeah. So you showed a great big old wall of green rain headed your way. They said it'd be here in what, about 3 o'clock your time?
Yeah. From what it's looking.
Yeah.
And well, I say that though, but earlier I thought it was going to be at 7, and something isn't driving right because it didn't happen at 7. And I opened the app again earlier, as you saw, and it said 3. Well, I guessed about 3, so I don't know. It'll get here when it does, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that should be the right link right there. But I don't mind sharing out Carol's link because she's got a cool channel. But it's right there above your comment, Bushcrafter. Oh, looky here. Dude, this is not Bushcrafter. Who is this person here?
Who's this child?
What is this kid? What is that? Who's this kid here?
It's like Radar joined us.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Looky here.
How's everybody?
Hey, Bob.
Hey.
My mic on?
Oh, Lord have mercy. The lawnmower got after that fellow right there.
Ooh.
You can blame it on Rock.
What's up, Bob?
And doing good. 2 warm days in a row. Unbelievable, but it's true.
Warm days, no rain.
That's right. Believe it or not, it actually happened 2 days in a row.
That's hard to believe for where you live.
Yeah.
You have tons of rain, which proves that the weather isn't like it used to be, is it?
Mm-hmm. I blame them damn.
I think he's talking about you, Tennessee Bushcracker.
Mm-hmm.
Surely not.
Did you lose some bet? Bob, how's your day been?
Excellent.
Awesome.
Mrs. is home all day. We had a nice cookout on the back deck, and she made me a steak and mashed potatoes, and while she had her rice and pork chops. So,
That
She's
sounds
in making a whole big thing of spaghetti for me for the rest of the week. So yeah, trimming on
awesome.
my bonsai trees a little bit and all that good stuff. It's great, great, great day. Thanks for asking, Barry.
Awesome. How's your day, Chris?
Doing pretty good. How's everybody?
Not too bad. It's been a weird day, but not too bad.
That voice does not go with that face. I feel like I've got stranger danger going on here.
Yeah, it's like, who's this guy trying to pass himself off as Chris here?
Oh,
We're going to do some ciphering to figure this out.
hey,
Yeah, I
now
figured.
he sounds like the one that would be trying to lure you into the van, but he looks like the kid now that would be lured into the van.
Oh boy.
He
You
got
know,
a young face. See,
when I started shaving, I kind of left a big, long, scruffy mustache. But like now, I look like somebody luring people in a van.
no, you look like a kid.
Yeah, but when I had the big mustache down here, no, I couldn't leave that.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
This is the night for showing more than viewers
Really?
are expecting to see.
Should I leave?
No. Just warn me if you're going to show something. I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, did you see that, Chris? That what happened to Homestead Aquarius a while ago? Or did you catch that?
Cubert said something about it.
We're going to try not to think about that. I've got trauma. There are other people that have had trauma now, I'm sure, and we just want to forget about that little episode. It's burned. It's no longer in existence. It's gone.
Working for Google wouldn't be such a bad thing. Depends what department you get into.
Yeah.
They actually.
I don't know. I figured it was time to shave since the heat's coming, and get my face all cleaned up, and then let it grow again.
I shaved what I could today, but it's not gone. It's just shorter. But the hair, most of the hair is gone.
Now it's time to get a haircut. Yeah, I think it's the first time I've shaved it all. I know it's, heck, as far as I went, it's probably been 15 years because last time I had to shave that extreme, I worked at a refinery and we had to shave daily. Daggone safety man would come around and he'd like feel your face. If you had stubble, he'd give you a razor and send you out to the truck.
Dude.
Jeez.
If somebody come up to me, some man come up to me and feel my face, I mean, like,
well, they could get fined by the refinery if they didn't, because if there's an event, you got to be able to wear a face mask, and you can't get a good seal. You cannot get a good seal with any kind of facial hair.
I hope that everybody was clean shaven and you didn't have that one guy that kept showing up waiting to get felt.
Yeah, I told my old lady, I was like, man, if it wasn't such a good paying job, I don't think half them guys would be there. Because can you imagine a bunch of construction workers told they have to shave every day?
Not listening. Oh, okay. Well, we can talk about Devil Dog now.
In construction crews, you're hoping they show up with the blood alcohol level, at least half the legal limit before they get
at a reasonable level. Yeah, I hear you.
That's just your blood level. Too much blood in your alcohol level.
Sometimes in Friday nights bleed over all the way till Monday morning.
Yeah. I heard a thing It's been years ago. They said more people show up on Tuesday to work than any other day of the week. Because Monday, you got people still celebrating a long weekend. Thursday, people get paid and they don't come in. Friday, they don't come in. I don't know what the deal is with Wednesday.
They're gonna run out of days to make any kind of a paycheck. You know, show up. Maybe they. But yeah, Tuesday is the day to get work done, and Wednesday, maybe.
When me and Dad traveled together, he used to get aggravated with me because, like, Thursday and Friday, I always busted butt. I mean, I was like, go, 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 go. He's like, man, you're supposed to do that on Monday and Tuesday. I'm like, no, I do it on Thursday and Friday, trying to hurry up and get through Thursday and Friday to get to the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Monday and Tuesday, I was usually recuperating from the weekend because, doing all the family stuff and all that. I usually worked more at home than I did at work. At some jobs.
Mm.
Oops. Oh my God! I almost put you in timeout, Goblin. I'm sorry. That was really close. My mouse is acting stupid.
Well, I'm always doing that. I'll hit somebody with my finger and it says, you want to time them out or block them? I'm like, no.
Right. Yeah, I was like, no. The mouse wouldn't move. I was like, no, don't do this to me now.
Just blame the cat, Barry.
Yeah, I blame the cat.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 20 feet away, but I'll blame the cat.
No, I still blame the cat. Yep.
The cat was chasing the mouse.
I'll blame the cat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to get hungry. I'm just have to eat something.
Yeah. I made omelets tonight.
What's that?
I made omelets tonight.
We don't.
Thanks for letting me know. I don't have any eggs here. I don't. There's no omelet going to be made, Chris. I appreciate that. I've got some shit.
I'll send you a dozen. I think I've got 6 dozen in the spare fridge.
6 dozen?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. I wonder if egg prices are still going up or have they stabilized?
They're last couple of times we went to the store, they've been back down to under $3.
Yeah. I figured it wouldn't be too long before they got all the egg production stuff back.
Yeah.
Back in line. Beef and pork, chicken. That'll take it might take a little while longer to get all the meat going again.
Yeah, that's true. Florida hottie. I've grown a beard a couple times since I was in service, and I just never kept it long. Just same with getting the hair over my ears. I don't like it anymore. Whenever I go get it, I just tell my wife, I'll send her a text going to the Korean lady over here owns a barber shop. So once a month.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
When I got out of service, I was like, that's it. I ain't shaving no more.
I hate shaving. I hate it. I hate it with passion.
I just use a trimmer.
In the service, you don't really have like a choice on razors, do you?
No.
I mean, they probably give you a rough.
No, I mean, you buy your own.
Buy your own, yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't have a choice on shaving. You've got to shave every day. Oh, I used to get that razor rash down here so much. Oh Lord, that was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And in basic, it was always dry shaving.
Yeah, you don't have time to soap up.
No.
Mm.
Ouch.
10 minutes to.
Yep.
S.
Mm-hmm. About the same amount of time to eat.
Yeah. You take about 48 guys and try to get them showered, bathroom, and shaved in 10 minutes. It was pretty rough.
It was.
That's bad right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember for a long time during basic training, they're not supposed to do this, but we weren't learning fast enough, so we needed more marching time. So and they make you drink 3 big glasses of water before you eat anything. That's because our basic was in San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah. That was the only place.
Yeah, still is as far as I know, for the Air Force.
I would imagine.
And he decided we needed more training time. So breakfast was 2 slices of bread and water. Have at it. Yeah. Kept us on that for a few weeks. That was really, really friendly of him. That's for breakfast, Oh, man. Bread and water. Oh, God. You know who put a stop to that, Tennessee? Was the ladies in the chow hall. Because they were serving us toasted bread and that's it. And it went on for day after day after day. And the ladies started this. They were civilian employees. Who's your drill instructor? You're training your TI. Who's your TI? Who's your TI? They turned his ass in because he was not allowing us to eat. Yep.
That could be a serious offense right there.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, I was in basic in July and August, man. That was brutal.
Mine was September.
Well, that's just about as bad in Texas.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the thing that killed me was, you had no climate control in the barracks.
No.
And you couldn't leave the windows were up above the lockers. So, you would think you'd be allowed to leave them open.
Nope.
For ventilation. Nope. Gotta be closed.
And
you have to be under your sheet and wool blanket every night.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
I kicked that off I don't know how many times, and they come whack me in the head.
Wake you up, put it back on. Yeah. And all that sleep deprivation and all the fire drills. Oh, those were joyful. Yeah.
That's one thing I think where the Air Force, they really excel at, like, mentally stressing people.
Very much. Very much.
I mean, you show up, 3 hours of sleep the first night if you're lucky.
Maybe. And it doesn't get much better from there. There's all those fire drills and on and on and on, and just that sleep deprivation, man. That was that, and then as soon as they started cutting our food back, that was tough. You had to, you had to be mentally tough. You had to be, I remember sometimes they come in and do a barrack inspection in the middle of the night. God damn, again, and then a fire drill right after that. And everybody's got to file out of the building. Just keep you awake all night, day after day after day after day after day after day. It was fun. Not really.
Yeah. And you're sitting in the shower trying to polish your boots till 10, 11 o'clock at night just so you can pass inspection. Everybody trying to be quiet in the shower because that's not the only place they may not hear you.
Yeah.
And they know what's going on in there.
Sure they do. They did the same thing.
Like, y'all go pop the door open and scare the shit out of them boys.
Oh man, we got rat raced once because there's always some at least a couple knuckleheads, dumbasses. One fella put a cookie in his fatigue shirt, snuck it out of the chow hall. So he had barracks guard or dorm guard in another squadron, and he's standing there at the podium, standing at his post, and here comes the instructor for that squadron, and he answers the door eating a cookie. One guy screws up, you all get punished. Everybody. You know how, oh my God, man, they rat raced us and rat raced us and rat raced and rat raced and rat raced.
I'm sure he got punished from the barracks too. Everybody in the barracks probably got on his ass.
Oh yeah, he couldn't do anything right for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple. We had a couple that were pretty underhanded.
Mhm.
They ended up Section 8 and out.
Yeah, I seen that.
What do you say, Kat?
Yeah, I remember once marching in formation, and one of the squadron buildings off to the right, I see the SPs running like hell after some guy, and some airman, his mind broke, he snapped, and they had to. You could tell by the way he was screaming, he was out of it, and they ran after him and tackled that guy down, and he's screaming this horrible. I just shuddered, like, oh, that poor guy, he's done. It wasn't screaming because they were hurting him, but he was screaming because he lost his mind. He was out of it.
Yeah, and the bad thing is he probably got out on medical, and
Yeah.
he wouldn't even be reimbursed for it in no way, shape, or form. He probably about broke from that day on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. You can bet on it. I just wish the best for the poor guy. And I also had to stand, me and another airman down in the orderly room, we had to stand guard on a suicide attempt. He was almost the same way. His mind had snapped, and he just smiling all the time. He didn't even know where the hell he was
Private
at.
pile.
Yeah, but basically, yeah, we had to sit there and watch this guy, one of us on each side of him, restrain him if he tried to get up and leave, and until I think the hospital squadron came and picked him up, or maybe the SPs. I don't remember which, but he lost it. He was gone. He.
Well, gentlemen, I am going to have to step out of here.
Okay.
I'm going to get myself something to eat. I'm a little hungry, and just gonna let this phone charge up like it's supposed to.
He also has to recover from almost violating.
Oh, I violated. I don't show nothing here, and I don't even know what all I showed.
Well, just keep this in mind, Robert. We don't penalize here.
Okay?
Oh my Lord!
Where's that damn goat sound?
Yeah. Yeah. Where's my goat? There's my goat. There we go. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Lord, it was terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna jump down. It's good to see y'all.
All right. Take
See
care,
you later,
Robert.
brother.
Thanks for coming up, Homestead Aquarius. Appreciate
All right, y'all be good.
it. All right.
Oh me. Yeah.
Maybe if I do that enough, Will It Grow will come out of his sleep.
Oh my Lord! You realize if I heard something like that inside my house in the middle of the night, oh boy, that would set off all kinds of panic. What the hell?
All right, Kentucky Goblin. Randy, you have a good night over there. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
So, anybody get any kind of gardening stuff done today?
I got some done. Excuse me.
Little bit of bonsai trimming. Sprayed some more of that indestructible morning glory and horsetails. What else did I do today? Just a little bit of pruning, a little bit, and then
I almost messed around and planted some of that morning glory a few years back. I'm like, better
Lord,
not.
Don't. Well, I've sprayed that stuff so much. I just buy some of that no drip bleach.
Yeah.
Now it'll kill the plant. I tried digging out the roots, and that just makes it go crazier. And then that no drip bleach, and blast it with that. And one or two plants will die, and then here comes another plant right up through the dirt to take its place. It's just like, holy mackerel, man. I do that. I did that twice today. Early, first thing in the morning, and then the second time was just before the sun went down.
Yeah, that's like some of them people come up with these all natural remedies on getting rid of some things. Now, I mean, I'm not using Roundup and all that mess. I'm
Yeah.
like totally against Monsanto and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But so I mean, I do not buy anything with Miracle Grow or Scotch. I just won't do it.
Same here.
But
Old ways, have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
see you later, old ways. But I've seen people. Oh yeah, use vinegar and salt, and like
I tried that.
like you do realize the term, salt the earth.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, the Romans were famous for that one. Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, you might actually kill something that you're trying to get rid of, but then you're not going to be able to grow nothing else there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just bought some chemical resistant spray bottles off of Amazon, and I bought 6 more of the trigger things until I got one of them that's really fine. I walk up to those little morning glories and blast them first thing in the morning, and then just before the sun sets. This is only 2 days in a row I've been able to do that because we only had 2 days of sun.
Yeah.
And the other times I sprayed them, it would start raining, neutralize Clorox.
Well, that's like, like I've been telling Robert, we've got they're brown marmotted Asian stink bugs.
Oh yeah.
And they're everywhere. They get all in your house,
Mm-hmm.
That's like out on my porch the other day, I've got kind of like the wooden siding that's got the grooves in it. And I like was cleaning off the porch and I seen like look like a big, almost like a nest for spiders or something. So I swept it down. There must have been 200 stink bugs in that thing. So I guess it was
Lord.
a stink bug nest.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, them things can live for like probably 6 to 9 months with no food or water.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've had them like get in the house like usually about September is when you really start seeing them trying to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you'll still be seeing them like trying to get back out in like June.
I had an encounter with them the other day because I've got a large shrub in the backyard. I don't know exactly what it is. It has some nice flowers, and the flowers have died back. So I'm picking the dead blossoms off, and I like right now I take that kind of stuff and I heat it up on a hot plate, make it into soil.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a whole bunch of those blossoms. I put them in the skillet, got them hot. Man, those bugs came out of every nook and cranny, and I just put the lid on there and goodbye, guys.
Well, see, I've got this stuff. It's called agastache, and I grow it. It's a medicinal, but it's also in the mint family, so you got to be careful. It doesn't like vine out as bad as mint does, but the bees love this stuff. It gets about 3 to 4 foot tall, and each little head has hundreds of flowers on it. And I mean, it'll be covered with bees. But it has kind of like an anise, or it's kind of like a cross between citronella and anise.
Well,
Right.
there's a baby.
How y'all doing?
Well, some of my doggone motion sensor lights came on. Something's moving around out there.
It's probably a cat.
Most
Anyway,
likely.
I'll pick
I set my minions out.
some of that agastache.
Huh? Do what,
I'll
Chris?
pick some of that agastache
Uh-huh.
and I grind it up.
Ow. Stop clawing me. All right. Look at those eyes. They're blue. All right. I'll stop antagonizing you if you stop antagonizing me.
Hey, put me down. Put me down. Mhm.
I did the. Are you there? Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Chris. Go ahead.
I'm here. Go ahead.
No, I thought you had lost audio or something.
No, I lost it all.
I
I
lost it years ago.
I tried the white vinegar and detergent thing for weeds.
Uh-huh.
And all it did was turn their leaves brown a little bit, and it didn't kill them off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tried vinegar also, and white vinegar and apple cider vinegar. Some of the weeds killed them. Some. But others was just like, hey, go ahead.
Is that all you got?
That's all you got. Yeah. It's,
Well,
Lord have mercy.
chat's kind of quiet.
mm-hmm.
Let's keep
How
it
many
that way.
people-
Well, they're climbing my leg right now.
No, we're down to just a couple participants in here. That's it. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, Sunday might. Well, it was it's Mother's Day. Or was,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I'd say they're all probably pooped.
Most
They
likely.
had a lot going on probably.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do nothing. She had to work today, and I don't know. I didn't even know till yesterday that today was Mother's Day. I was thinking it was next weekend.
Yeah.
I'm lucky with mine. We don't do that whole stuff. We don't do that. When I want to get her flowers or a surprise, I just do it out of the blue. And she really appreciates that. But today I walked over to the rhododendron and snipped a flower off, and there you go. Happy Mama's Day. She put it in her hair and had me take pictures of her and send her to her family overseas and stuff.
I go out there to that clematis and I like pick flowers and put them behind her ears.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really buy her flowers that often. Usually, if I'm buying her flowers, it'll be like a rose bush.
Mm-hmm.
That way, flowers are forever.
Yeah, here we go. There's a little sneaky missus right there behind the rhododendron. Put a flower in her hair. Yeah, I shared that out on our Facebook family.
Jalapeno babe.
Uh-huh. My Mrs. Sexy. Yeah.
Carol, that must be up there in like John's neck of the woods, up there in like Cape Cod. They're doing the mimosas stuff.
Where you going?
What's mimosas? What's that?
It's I think it's rum or vodka with lime. I don't remember what all's in it.
Oh, it's a cocktail, huh?
It's just yeah.
Hey. Oh my goodness.
There we go.
You're not paying attention to me, Danny.
Yeah.
Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
I love cats.
If I was bringing Freya down tonight, I was like, I'll come get her in a couple hours.
Orange juice and champagne. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah.
Well, most mimosas had some kind of lime in them, though.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could grow limes.
Oh, you're not far.
That's probably
you're not far enough south to grow limes down there.
No.
Okay.
That's probably the fruit I use the most. But I mean, and I use it with everything. I cook with it like probably 4 days a week. Tacos. It don't matter. I put limes and everything.
Yeah, I like some lime with my chicken tacos. It's pretty good.
Try with
Not
fish taco.
not too much, you know.
Try fish taco. Oh, you can have fish, right? You can't have the other stuff.
Yeah, I can't have beef, but
But grill some fish or something and make fish tacos. And I usually
There you go. Okay. Nice hot weather
champagne
drink.
and citrus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big fan of champagne though.
I've tried different types of wine. I just don't have the taste for it. I just don't care for it. I only tried one type of wine that didn't taste like wine, but I can't remember the name of it. But I'm not really a wine drinker anyway. I'm telling you the truth, guys. White, rosé, whatever, this and that, it all tastes like goddamn vinegar to me. Oh no, it has this great bouquet of garbage.
I was actually looking at wine yesterday. I've only ever found like 2 kinds of wine I like in my entire life, and I mean, considering how much I cook,
Oh, he got froze. He froze up.
He does that sometimes.
Women's brunch. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
What is it? Over here tapping my hand with his paw or her paw.
Getting your attention.
Mhm.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
that's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hop down.
Like a rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Tennessee Bushcrafter. It's always
Yeah.
a pleasure, man.
Didn't recognize you, man.
Yeah, I thought some kind of a poser or something here.
I might actually move this computer. I don't know. I might actually move this computer. See if that improves things.
Yeah, I really actually
right.
have a good night.
Yep. Peace out. Mm-hmm.
Please don't do that again.
Oh, they have durian? Oh, yeah. If you buy a durian, don't open it inside of your house. It does have a good flavor, but it smells like opening the lid on a septic tank. It stinks like unbelievable. But you open it up and then let it sit and air out, and that smell goes away. It literally smells like a sewer, just raw sewer.
Why is it even a thing then?
It grows so easily, and they get gigantic, man. There's a lot of food in those things, and they're full of vitamins. But, yeah. Yeah, who was the first idiot? You cut it open and it smells like raw sewage. I wonder if I can eat this. Yeah. Who was that first guy?
Well, who decided that Munster cheese would be? Hey, this smells like crap. But hey, we'll sell it anyway.
Yeah, Limburger cheese too. The same. Oh man.
Smells like the next day after Taco Bell. Caucasian Sasquatch, what's going on, man?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome.
Andrew Zimmer. Oh, I remember that guy. That guy. That I really didn't care for his show. I saw reruns on Tubi or something. I didn't really care for his show because it was all just shock value. Any imbecile can do that. Put stupid stuff in his mouth, you know. It was like, I guess he's supposed to be some food critic, or I don't know, man. I can eat these bugs. Yeah, go ahead.
There's a channel here on YouTube where this guy lets all kinds of creatures sting him and bite him and stuff, and then tell you, you know, how bad it felt and everything. I'm like, this guy's he's either got large kahunas or he's just, you know, stupid.
Yeah, got something. He's got a screw loose somewhere.
He's got thousands of subscribers, and I'm like, well, that's because people, you know, some people like morbid things like that.
I'm not going to participate in them.
Oh God,
Calva JJ. Oh yeah. Oh, you
No.
know my
No,
my ex-wife
kid.
too, huh? You know my ex-wife too, huh?
Strike one up for Bob. Oh, dog. Ooh. Well, it is called Sunday Shenanigans, although technically it's Monday morning now.
Mhm.
My part of the world. It's still, what, 10 o'clock your time, Bob?
9:47. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Liverwurst and bratwurst. Actually, yeah, I can go for some bratwurst or liverwurst. Yeah,
Bratwurst. I love bratwurst. It's yummy. Oh man.
yeah,
I
sauce meat. Yeah,
I've used bratwurst sausage for all kinds of things. Make it into sandwiches. I use it to substitute beef meatballs and spaghetti. You know, it's delicious. Absolutely love that stuff, man.
well, you know, I really didn't get in a big hurry to replace my stove yet, and let's face it, the damn things are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, you know, I've got other ways to cook. I've got a hot plate,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, I'm like, I really don't want to, like, yeah, I want to try something fun and stupid and something I could learn from. So I had a bunch of fire bricks that somebody brought me. I was supposed to put in my stove, but unfortunately, they're not long enough.
Hmm.
I was thinking, fire bricks.
Yeah.
Got these woods out here.
Mm-hmm.
15 acres of woods, plenty of wood. So I made my my spaghetti last week on the fire.
Yeah.
Boiled the water, got it hot, and noodles were done. And all I did was basically I just stacked the bricks to make a square, and then the front brick to pull the oxygen in from below, sort of like a kind of like a rocket stove. It was one of those red bricks with the holes in it.
Yeah.
And that's all I used, and it worked flawlessly.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, you know, the thing was, you know, you have to have some pretty thick, you know, pieces of stick in there. Something that's going to burn a while, because if it burns too quickly, then, you know, boiling water for your noodles is pointless. You got to keep it boiling.
Yeah.
And but I managed to keep it hot, keep it boiling, and man, it was perfect spaghetti. I couldn't ask for no better.
Well, I think you saw that video when Mrs. was cooking fish on that paint can stove I got out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The little hot plate that I'm using in the shop right now, it wouldn't get hot enough. And so she said, just build me a fire in your paint can. And, okay, go. And it cooked the fish just like that, man. Yeah. That's one of the things that I do with some of my tree trimmings is dry it out and store it in big Tupperwares out there next to the stove. Keep it on hand, keep it ready with a whole bunch of wax fire starters. Hey man, you're good. You can eat a hot meal anytime, you know.
I can't think of what it is now, but it grows like crazy in my backyard. It looks like a weed, but I'm pretty sure it's got some kind of benefit to it.
Mm-hmm.
But when it dries out, it's like a hollow reed or like a hollow, almost like bamboo.
Yeah.
And it's a great fire starter.
Oh boy, yeah.
It's
Yep.
so dry.
Mm-hmm.
It might be privet, Tennessee. I'm not 100% sure, but it almost has it's almost hollow. Actually, it is hollow. Come think of it, yeah, because it's really easy to take down.
Does Tennessee and Kentucky have about the same climate?
Pretty, yeah. I mean, yeah. I think that maybe theirs is a little bit cooler than ours, or at times, and a little hotter at times. But yeah, they're almost the same. It's like if I get the color right here, I think it's almost like a purplish green tall stalk that it grows about. I would guess I'm 5'6", so I guess it grows way higher than me. Whatever it is, I cut it down. I let it dry out. It makes great fire starter. So
right on.
And it doesn't take long for it to dry out either.
Well, it's a good way of saving a little money too on your electric bill and gas and anything else. Gather up a bunch of resources around your place and keep doing
Absolutely.
it. Uh-huh.
I mean, it's not that's why I love this place here, despite all the problems it's been having. There's so many resources here if I just know where to look.
Yeah.
And it's impressive, really.
Well, yeah. The only difficulty you have there is friggin' people, huh?
Well, I mean, no, not so much anymore because
Okay.
one's in jail. He's fixing to see prison time.
Mm-hmm.
The other one's on probation, so he's not going to F around to find out.
Yeah.
The other one's pretty much just leave me alone because they've been told not to come up here anymore.
Good deal. I'm glad to hear that, man.
Yeah, me too. And Kentucky Goblin, who was in here a while ago, my friend Randy, he lives right up the road, and we spend, maybe an hour or so on the radio. And I had to finally. I was gonna something chewed on the cord from my microphone. I'm guessing when it was in storage.
Oh.
So it caused a lot of static and stuff on the when you key it up. So I thought I was gonna trim it off, all the bad section of it, and just use black tape on each individual wire, and then I was going to put shrink tube on there. Well, fair. The only reason I was going to do that is because Midland replacement mics had been out of stock for about 2 or 3 months. And finally, they popped back into stock, and I was like, bam! I put an order in for one. It was $25. But we talk, and we're like-minded, we're on the same page, me and Kentucky Goblin, as the rest of us, Bob. That we know what's coming down the pike. We know the country's doomed.
Yeah, it's going that way, isn't it? Yeah. Man.
And if people can't see it, they're blind, and they might be part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
No offense to anyone out there, but
Yep.
if you can't see that the world has a big problem right now, then you know.
You can only help them so much, Barry. That's all you can do. Just advise, give some ideas, and then yeah.
Plant that seed. Once you plant that seed,
Yeah.
they may not accept it right away. Later on, it's going to sprout, and they're going to be like, "Holy crap, he was talking about this. It's true."
Yeah. Well, I was on a live last night. I don't drink very much, but I had some ale last night, and it was a Gardner Josh. I ran into some pretty decent people, who have their eyes wide open.
I was there.
Huh?
I was there.
Oh, you were there? Oh, I was
in chat. Yeah.
I was drinking, dude.
I know you were.
Oh, sorry about if I did something.
No. You were fine. You weren't out of hand, I don't think.
Yeah.
Even if you were, you're like a brother to me, Bob, and I would be like, God, you were an asshole last night. You were fine. You were fine. Trust me.
I was very happy to run across that one guy. He was in the Marine Corps over in Okinawa, and and I mentioned stuff about the air bases in the Philippines and the military buildup on Guam, and the dude was the one and only guy who knew what I was talking about. You know that? I've talked to quite a few people, and they have they can't even tell you where Guam is. They have no idea what's going on out on the Pacific. Well, this guy was really well informed. I was like, damn, man, I like you. What's your channel name? Yeah.
Callie Unknowns, she's spot on with a lot of things that she said last night.
Smart lady. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice voice too.
Yeah, I think she has another channel because I remember she was on Virginia Roots panel once. Virginia had 2 lives, and well, I mentioned to Virginia Root that I still got Skype, and a couple times in the privates she sent me her phone number. She lives here in Washington, and she don't want nothing. I don't want nothing from her. But we live not too far away from each other. And I said, Virginia, get a Skype account because that's anonymous. If I send out my phone number, then she knows right where they can find you immediately by your phone number, your full name, your address, everything. So that's why I told her just before the thing ended, I said, Go get a Skype account. It's very anonymous. Just look for my channel name is on my Skype account. I would like to talk with her. I would like to be able to touch bases with somebody in my area because we all went through the same things together in 2020. The same stuff, back when the part of Seattle was occupied. That was real thrilling. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't hear that part, Carol. I don't know. I may have stepped away from the computer, so I don't know.
I would like.
I'm not defending her. I'm just saying I didn't hear that part, so I don't know.
I would like to be able to speak with her privately, also her in Virginia. So I don't. The most I do is I look up the candidates for election, look up their criminal history, and then vote as best as I can. And city council members meetings, I've been to those, but she's got the political end down tight. I don't know much about that. I'm a builder, you know. I'm a maker. But I sure would like to be able to speak with the two of those ladies and some others privately and put our heads together, you know, because I've seen what's been going on for years. As soon as Boeing went woke, dude, it ain't good.
Yeah, I didn't know that, Carol.
Oh, I didn't know.
No, really, honestly, that's the first time I ever heard her on any live or any videos. So I don't even know if she had content or not, but I know she had been in several lives in the past. Always said hi to me, so I didn't, you know.
Yeah, I really don't know her personally, but she strikes my interest as somebody that I would like to know more about what she does and what she knows, you know, so I can learn from her and I can look out for me and mine even better. That's my whole goal with all that stuff. Taking care of business, taking care of me and mine.
Gotcha, Carol. Gotcha.
Mhm.
So glad that cat went to sleep.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him, really. I mean, he went years being able to go outside and do whatever he wanted to. Now, just because of a couple fights with the neighbor's cat, he's been keeping him in just to keep the peace, and he's miserable. He wants to go outside and play and do whatever cats do when they're outside.
Yeah,
He's a good.
we had a cat like that, a male, even after we castrated him. It made no difference. He'd still go out and get in fights every day because that's what he did. That was his hobby.
Yeah, yeah. That's. But I mean, like I said, Dark Paw, he's a really good cat, despite his name. He's a really good boy, but cats are going to do that. Cats are going to fight. They want to be, one wants to be, or if it's two males, they want to be alpha male.
Yeah.
That's their nature. You know, cats, they were feral once, years and years ago, before they were, before they were made a pet.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of things that you can't breed out of an animal, and that's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Poor little cutie.
Yeah, he used to. We called him. We didn't really give him an official name. We called him Dummus, because that was short for dumbass, you know. And he would come in the morning sometime, just got the daylights whooped out of him, and he'd get his bowl of milk and a little snack, play a little bit, and he's out for the rest of the day. And next night, man, don't get in my way. Let me outside. Even though he'd come back beat up again.
Oh God. Yeah, you're kind of preaching to the choir. I've got one. I think you've seen him, the big tiger-looking cat.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's a shell of his former self. He's still a good-looking cat, but he's rough-looking. Poor thing. I'm trying to bring up another camera here. I'm not trying to be rude, just typing the StreamYard into the phone. But which would have been easier if I just emailed it to myself. And I'm also trying to read the phone without my glasses on. That's always fun. Bob, I'm going blind.
Yeah, same here, man. Yep.
I feel like it sometimes. I'm probably not. My vision really hasn't changed much. I think mostly what it is the non-prescription glasses I'm using. Has a lot to do with it. Let's see here. WH.
Yeah, I would like to people like Virginia, because she lives here in Washington State and a few others, if there was some format that's not Facebook and it privately where we could talk and ask what's the situation like in your area? You know, how many junkies do you have? How much crime, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we can kind of can work together to keep our eyes open. But you know how private I am about my Facebook and things like that. I just can't take that risk, man.
Yeah. Well, but I don't want to say that there's safety in numbers because, again, you have to be careful who you make your numbers out of.
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing that I try to avoid is like I'm not joining a group, but I would appreciate some intel. Let me know what's going on over there in your small town or your city. Well, give me some heads up. Watch out for this. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for.
Good Lord! Don't wait a minute. I want to mute you for a second, so I can't hear you right now.
What's up, Q?
Ow!
Kramer's but
All right.
good deal, Q. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Same with our local law enforcement here. Yeah, it takes a while for laws to change on city and county, state level, and we had to suffer for some years. But the officers now have, since the laws have been changed, the officers now have more authority than they used to because they give these folks the bums rush, man. Mrs. and I used to go to a very small city at a distance, and we go eat lunch there frequently. And we were talking to the locals about crime, and it's a small town, and the town cop there would run these folks out of town, right? Whether it violated their civil rights or whatever, didn't matter. Don't let the sun set on you, and that makes a big difference, man. Oh, I learned something, Mike. The county, I don't know where it's going to be at, but it's a good idea for two reasons. Okay, it's going to be like a parking area for the homeless who live in vehicles. Okay, now that's fine, because I'm hoping, and I'm quite sure that they're going to have cameras set up so they can watch these people. So if they're looking for someone who's robbed a house and got somebody's surveillance videos, like, okay, there he is, go pick him up, And the ones who are not, the homeless folks that are not troublemakers will have a safer place to be able to sleep at night inside their cars, So I think that will be money well spent, I'm hoping.
Sounds like a good plan.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Let me just let's just take that off there.
I hear you, Q. Dang it. I do know that some of the cities around here, there was a lot of vacant land that was
okay. I'm done
owned.
with that silliness.
There was a lot of vacant land that was privately owned, and the cities went out and bought this vacant land because it was the squatters were moving in. And now that it's city property, they have ordinance now to where you ain't staying here. And right after they run them out of there, they bring in a brush hog, mow down all the brush, so that as soon as another one comes in and sets up a shop, they run them out. It takes a while for laws to get changed, and unfortunately we just got to hang on until that happens.
I wish they would put somebody else in as our sheriff over here. I'm sorry, Casey County, but I gotta be truthful with you all. Your sheriff's department is lacking. It's you need to put somebody in there that knows what they're doing and doesn't look the other way when the actual bad guys are committing crimes.
Well,
And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
yeah, that's good news. Q, homeless camp, have people raped, and this crime was high. They put up a gate. Yeah, they put up a gate and cameras. Okay, that's what they're going to do here in one of these counties here on the west side of the state. Good. I'm glad to see that it worked over there. Very good. Very good. There's some of those folks that are homeless temporarily, and unfortunately they get. I mean, even if they're doing drugs and drinking heavy or whatever, they are the most victims of crime than anybody else as homeless. They rob each other like you wouldn't believe, man.
Yep.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord.
Ours will pick and choose what he wants to respond to and who gets better treatment. So a lot of times it's the bad guys who they don't even get a slap on the wrist most of the time.
Good Lord.
And they want to take care of a certain radius of Casey County, and the rest of us out here in the outskirts of the county, you pretty much get the shaft. It's like F you, you're not important. All that, because we want to make an impression on everybody that lives in town. Well, I'm sorry, your town sucks. There's nothing in Liberty that's worth. Oh, okay. We get a wonderful apple festival, the world's largest apple pie. Whoopee. I don't care. What you need is law enforcement up here, and you need law enforcement to the south.
Thank you, baby.
Go ahead, Bob.
Just a second. Oh, good. Oh, it's good to have Mrs. home. She just did a little bit of cleanup, and she fed me like a king, guys. There's spaghetti there. Barry here says, "Hello, Mrs." Meow. Crane fly, watch it. Yeah, she started doing these karate moves at crane fly. Well,
Don't hurt me.
Get him, Ninja Mama. Get him. I knuckle Mama. Just a minute. She needs rescuing, I think. Just a sec.
Absolutely. So, yeah, two babies over there in the background. They're playing. I tried to show you all, but they were just they're off in the dark part of the house, and I refuse to turn more lights on than I need. But yeah, two sisters back there on the couch playing. I'd rather them be playing than fighting. Excuse me.
Wow. Okay. Killed the dreaded crane fly. Well, she just reminded me that soon we'll have to install the air conditioner up in our bedroom. You mean the one up in Vince's weight room? I thought that was his. No, that's ours from the old house. It's like, hint, hint, hint.
Beautiful and smart.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, son.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got 2 more things to repair in the house. A fart fan in the downstairs bathroom, and one of our GFI's outlets just went out on us. So
Ah.
one thing after another.
Did you maybe I missed it, Bob, and if I did, I apologize. But did you get the washer and dryer situation
No,
situated?
no, not
Yeah.
yet. I set up a clothesline,
Yeah.
and no, we never did get a new dryer. No, she's
Damn.
saving up for it, and so because
Thank you.
we ain't gonna buy anything on credit or nothing like that. We're gonna go buy it in cash. Yeah, no, we never have, and so we've been drying stuff with a fan and a heater inside the house for a little while, and now I set up a clothesline. I'm loving life now. Clothesline dry is free, costs nothing. That's helped to save a few bucks, you know.
A lot of times your clothes smell a lot better too.
Yeah, they do.
Which I don't use scented laundry soap because I have a really bad reaction to that. I can't even go in that aisle. So I order my laundry soap online so I don't have to take my chances and walk through the laundry soap aisle and have my throat seal up on me. And I'm exaggerating, but it feels like it feels like it's going to seal up, just, cut my hair off. But yeah, I got a washing machine. It's one of those.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those small ones. So.
Yeah, that's the same type that we have overseas. They work just fine, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you're not gonna do no huge load, but it's just me here. So.
Yeah, we had a washer overseas. It's all clothesline to dry, but we had a washer the first time we went there in April. Then we came back home, and my wife gave it to one of the distant relatives. So my brother-in-law rounded up another one for us when we came back, and yeah, they're just fine. Especially if it's just the two of us. But we were washing clothes for brother and sister-in-law, the British also, but it still worked. It held up, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to take my air conditioner apart tomorrow. I'm just going to have to just break down and take it out of the wall, out of the window, and do it.
I should probably bounce off of this live and go get that air conditioner set up right now, really.
Yeah, she's...
Well, while she's here, she can kind of give me a hand with some of that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well,
she's
I appreciate it. There's always next Sunday.
All right, Barry. Thanks for having me up.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you up here, brother. Take care.
All right. Peace, everybody. God bless.
And then there was one. Oh shoot! I've needed a shirt or something. I just put it in the sink and wash it right there in the sink. You know, just me here. I'm getting tired too. Nodding off. Good night. God bless. Love you guys. We love you too, Carol. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end the broadcast here in just a minute. Hello, Devil Dog. And back to square now. Yep. Yeah, much love, South Florida Sunshine. Thanks for stopping in tonight. Yeah, I can't imagine. And well, my problem is uh, I have tried. There's been situations where I had to wash my jeans and by hand, and no, and coats, blankets, man, they get so heavy. So I don't even bother with that. I try to, I can't get to the laundromat and just do do the heavy stuff there. But I got this washing machine over here now, so almost in America. Hello, good evening to you, or good morning. We'll be on for a few more minutes. I'm not going to go all night, I don't think, because I still have things to do tomorrow. We might, depending on what the weather does, me and Kentucky Goblin have plans to till up part of my yard. And I've been back there cleaning that up, cutting the weeds down, and finding a lot of crap in there that I don't know where it came from. It must have blown in through a storm or something, but it's looking good back there. Just need to till it under and probably throw some of that soil on there from the old where the horse was kept. Some dark, rich soil there. Yeah, well, and with that right there, Tennessee, that's the way me and Kentucky Goblin are at times. We get on the radio talking, and which we're like only, I almost see his house from the top of the property here up on the hill. But it's fun. It's radio, and we tend to get talking and burn up a lot of time. But we've always managed to not, spend all day on the radio, and we get out and we do things we have to get done. But it's nice to have somebody who's like-minded and kind of understands what's going on in the world these days right now and how important it is to be ready. Yeah. Well, it would be nice. It'll be nice to get my radio all my radios squared away. Like I said, I ordered a microphone for my GMRS base, and should have that in a couple days. And what I need to do is I've got all the materials here. I need to build an antenna. My plans are kind of a stealthy antenna for my scanner, and another stealthy antenna for the CB, which I really don't talk on it, but I like to use it for, I do listen on it quite a bit. I'd like to add some other radios, but far more important things to take care of. MERS would be one of them, and probably another HF. I would say probably an HF transceiver. I'm not a ham operator, but in a bad situation, you're allowed to use whatever you've got on hand to call for help. So we're in a shit hit the fan type of situation. It wouldn't matter if you have a license or not. So plus an HF receiver, HF transceiver. I'm sorry, tend to have a whole lot better receive on them than a lot of radios. Yeah. I've done that, TN. I've got several like that. I've got one now. It's two 2 pieces of 102-inch copper wire, and I've got to put that back together again. I rolled it up, put it up in a closet, and it fell and lost the SO239 where you connect the coax into it. But I'd like to be able to keep my coax all. If I had to, I could switch it out, rather than split it and make an antenna, which works perfectly fine. I find that if you use coax for your antenna, as an antenna, you tend to receive a lot less noise. And these days, everything produces noise. Your televisions, these chargers for these phones, tablets, and whatnot. Well, there's if you if you mess around with maybe a sloper or something like that, or a random wire on a antenna tuner, if you could get a low enough angle, you could probably bounce off the ionosphere. That's mainly what you want to do on HF, is try to bounce off the atmosphere. You might be able to get out of that holler. I've seen a lot worse, but without seeing your situation, I'm just not. I'm not in a hurry to get my ham license. I don't know if it's the cost of radios. I can't keep buying the next radio that's the big craze at the time or anything. So. And I hear it a lot. There's a lot of people trying to get me. Even people on GMRS are trying to push it. They're using GMRS to push ham, and I'm just like, I'll do it when I feel like it. Yeah, right now I don't feel like it. I mean, look, you got HF, that's CB. VHF is MERS. UHF is GMRS. Looks like I'm a ham already. And now you can do HF, or not HF, but you could send digital traffic back and forth on both MERS and GMRS. There's a cool app too. Let me bring it up on my phone. If you could get by with it, Okay, Tennessee. I'll tell you when you get back. Just let me know when you come back. But if you get by with it, there's always Letterline. Letterline's great if you don't have to worry about someone touching it and getting electrocuted. RF burns hurt. Trust me, I know. There's an app that you can use to send text over any radio service as long as that radio has a microphone, and you type out your message just like you would. It's Rattlegram, Rattlegram, Rattlegram. You could type out a text message and then send it over the radio by keying your radio microphone up and playing it over your phone. And when it's transmitted, your buddy picks it up. He receives it on his app on his phone. It's crude, but it works. It's pretty effective, and it's a very short transmission, like a few seconds. Yeah. And the crystal sets made of you can a lot of times just find an old radio, and if the radio's not working anymore, you grab one of those diodes out of it, grab its tuner, especially an old AM radio. You grab its tuner, the diode. That's a germanium diode. It's made out of germanium. And some wire. You just wrap some wire into a coil. And a long piece of wire for your antenna and one for your ground. And maybe a crystal earphone, which I don't know if you can buy that part or not these days. Maybe. I've never looked, but yeah, I miss the days of when I was growing up. Dad would go to these conventions and stuff. Yeah, we would go to these places that sold like old radios and old cable systems, like a cable TV exciters and things like that. And he would buy these mystery boxes for me. And it's just what it sounds like, mystery box. And they had like thousands, well, I won't say thousands, but they had a lot of parts in there. You never knew what you were getting. And a lot of the stuff there was useful, some of it not so much. I remember getting an old radio. It was just like a little AM radio. It didn't have a shell. It was just the circuit itself. And I used that radio, and for the longest time, I used that radio for DX. I was listening to stations all over America. And I don't know what happened to that radio. I've lost it somewhere along the way. Well, those boxes at the time, I think they were like $12 a box, but they're a pretty good sized box with a lot of stuff in them. It was really cool. I think he went to might have been. I think my dad went to like an auction, or maybe military surplus store. We came home with a bunch of radios. My brother had two, and I had three. And two of them were military radios, and the way those are made was if something went bad in that radio, they wouldn't replace that part. They would just pull the board out and snap another one in its place, and then there was usually only, either it locked into place, basically like a plug-in board, or it would have like four screws to hold it in place, and it was they were the coolest receivers. But you talk about heavy; those suckers were heavy. They were a little, just a tad bigger than a ammo can. Welcome back, Tennessee. So those were a lot of fun. Uh, I managed to get some crystals out, and I built receivers, to pick them up. And I, at the time, I didn't know anything about shortwave, and that's where these radios went, was shortwave. So they were old HF, military HF receivers. Yeah, yeah, it's something else I've lost along the way. Was they were like literally box. They were like they were definitely a pocket radio, and they were just a bit bigger than a pack of cigarettes. And they took the oddest batteries. One took a 9 volt, and the other one took something almost like a double A battery, but shorter. And I know one of them had like a special case to it, like a box, almost like a jewelry box, or what the old Norelco shavers used to come in. Ooh, yeah. You don't want me. You don't want me eating anything like that either. Nope, nope. I don't want to eat. I mean, I would like those things separated, but together, yeah. You know that greenhouse gas they're talking about? Yeah, there you go. I wouldn't be eating that stuff. Individually, yes, maybe. Yeah, right. Just me. The cows aren't, and all those other people out there, ain't nobody out there excluded from, expelling a bit of gas in their lifetime. Y'all, I can't wait for my stuff to start producing. Uh, really looking forward to that monster tomato plant. That one right there has got me, uh, chomping at the bit right now. It's got a bud on it, and I'm just, dying for that thing to produce a tomato. I still have to get me a scale. No big hurry though, because I'm not, like I said, I don't have anything producing right now, so there's nothing in the way. Then you got people out there like Cajun Hydroponics. Dude, I'm impressed. I am impressed by those tomatoes. I had no idea that tomatoes can get that tall. That was crazy. But like, yeah, I can't. I can't do Papa John's pizza. Yeah, something about Papa John's does not agree with me. I could clear the whole house if there was other people living with me. Pizza doesn't bother me a whole lot. Little Caesars doesn't bother me, but Lord, Papa John's, yeah, it's not. Feathers and all. Yeah, and that's I like pepperoni pizza, but I love my Italian sausage. And unfortunately, that's on the list of things that I have to be very careful about eating because it gives me hellacious heartburn. Like you said, it's just a mild Italian sausage does not bother me as bad, but you know anything. Any of the Italian sausage that's got some bite to it, it bites you back. Yeah, can't do it. Tell you one that doesn't bother me at all is, and I don't eat them as much anymore because it's just so it's not as good as it used to be with Chef Boyardee pizzas. But even that stuff is crap now. Ah, man, I've never thought about trying that, but yeah. I have found out that aside from making my own spaghetti sauce, I can't eat Classico. Classico doesn't bother me. Doesn't give me that hellacious heartburn, and it tastes like something I've thrown together. It tastes like homemade. I get the Classico sausage spaghetti sauce. It's pretty good. Well, I will draw a line as far as cheap pizzas go. Those little Totino's pizzas, um, unless I'm just really down to my last few dollars, yeah, those things are horrible. They're just ugh. Dollar General's got some pizzas that are really good. They're cheap, and I've bought pepperoni. What I do is I buy the cheese pizza, and then I just buy some pepperoni or something to put on a cheese pizza, and it's pretty good. They're that see now. Like I mean, what when I say that I just can't eat them, I mean it tears me up. But as far as quality and taste, um, Papa John's is good. You know, I don't have a problem with how they make their pizzas. Just my body just says, yeah, well, since you ate that, I'm gonna torture you. Yep. And you're not even getting a very big bag. If it's the brand I'm thinking of, it's in like a brownish bag there. Unless you're getting Oritis, because I think sometimes they have Oritis. But mine has just been having the. I'm not sure what the brand is, but it's like in a brown bag, plastic bag. They're they're expensive, and the bag is so freaking small. That's why I've growing so many potatoes this year because I'm just tired of prices are just freaking out of hand. Yeah, dude, I saw some here, uh, or it was a Save a Lot. Save a Lot had school pizzas in there. It was the first time I ever seen them in a Save a Lot. They were like in like big, those big styrofoam trays, wrapped in cellophane, plastic wrap. Should have bought some when I saw them because I'm sure that it's a once in a lifetime thing. They say, well, somebody said you can get them on Amazon too now, the school pizzas, but I don't know if they're the same. But I remember them being pepperoni, and you could squeeze the pizza in the grease. The oils from that pizza would drench your damn tray. They were so good when you're a kid, Yeah, I could live off taters, but I could live off pizza too. I try not to, but Lord help me, I get weak. I get weak, and and I could live off pizza, but let's just maybe go with Supreme. So we got some veggies on there, and then we got all the food groups, right? Yeah, they were good. I mean, and they didn't always, you didn't always have to squeeze the oil out of them. I mean, there was some times where they were pretty heavy. Uh-oh, I'm sorry, Q. I'll try to be quiet. Yeah, yeah. I'm probably going to end the live here at 2. I was going to end it like 20 minutes ago, but didn't because the conversation is so good. Ooh, y'all yawning now. The day's catching up with me. Again, I didn't really sleep very good last night. If anything, honest, to be completely honest with you, I actually went to sleep when the sun was coming up. That's when I finally was able to. Yeah, it's gone south. I gotta go. Yeah, I didn't wake up until 2 o'clock. But uh, you know, that right there reminds me of our Walmart over here in Danville, Kentucky, where they have Subway right there at the door. You walk in through the double doors there, and to your right, there's a Subway. And my ex-wife was pregnant at the time, and they always had this horrible burnt cheese bread smell. It almost smelled like hot vomit. I'm sorry if that makes anyone sick. I'm sorry. I apologize right now, but that's what it smelled like. And then you get a pregnant woman in there. I complained to both the store and to the restaurant and the Walmart manager. I said, "Look, you got to do something about this Subway because it's like this every freaking day. It smelled like that." And if you got away from the Subway deeper into Walmart, you didn't smell it. It smelled like a retail store after that. But when you first walk in and it hits you, it's like, yeah, you don't want to know, Tennessee. It just, yeah. I'm not going to go in details how I know what hot vomit smells like. Really not going to go into that. Yeah. Don't put it past nobody. I mean, we haven't really dug that deep into Amazon quite yet, Homestead. oh, oh. And we have a Subway we have two. No, take that back. Three official restaurants in this area. One is only open starting in the spring and all the way through the first part of fall. It's like one of those little ice cream stands, and it's called Got to Stop. It used to be called Dairy Dip. Then we have a Subway, and then we have like a mom and pop restaurant called Wanda's Kitchen, I think is what it's called. I've not been to the kitchen yet, to Wanda's Kitchen. I won't go to Subway, but I love that little ice cream stand. Their food is awesome. And back when I didn't really care whether I eat beef or not, I had several of their burgers, and they were incredible. But trying more or less to be good to my body, and so I get their chicken sandwiches, and they're just as good, and their fries. Dare I say their fries beat McDonald's fries any day. Always hot, always fresh, just freaking awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Microwave spam. I've had microwave spam before. It didn't smell like bacon, unfortunately. Um, Just smelled like hot spam. Huh. Well, what do they think of next? If we could just generate electricity while we're, washing the dishes just by turning a faucet on, that would be awesome. Oh, it could be done. Be like a tiny hydropower plant in your house. You take a shower and you generate electricity while you're taking a shower. Man. Gotta write that one down. Yeah. And the wind we get in this valley, I've thought so many times. I was looking out the window here in the backyard, and I was like, one of those windmills, not the huge, tall, 100-foot tall ones, but the ones you could buy for home use. God, they would generate so much back here. The wind comes down through this valley, and I'm sure Tennessee bushcrafter knows what I'm saying here. It just, it's like a funnel. It just funnels it straight through your house, through your yard. And man, can you imagine how much? I could tell Enter County to stick their, light bill where the sun don't shine. I can't say that. They've been good to me, but, I'm just, as an example. Yeah, see, it just powers itself. It powers the whole damn thing all by itself. I mean, but I'm trying really hard to get to that point where where I'm self-sufficient. I'm so tired of paying somebody else for something I could easily generate myself, All right, folks, it's 2 a.m. here. I think we've done pretty good tonight. It's been fun. Never know, just out of just out of the blue, I might do a pop-up live in the daytime, something like that. Never know. Might do a live while I'm out in the garden or something there. Yeah, well, of course, you can always supplement it with solar, vice versa. Yeah. Thanks, Homestead Aquarius, Tennessee Bushcrafter, Bob 942. appreciate everybody stopping in tonight. It's been fun. We're going to do it again. Like I said, it's going to be every Sunday night. Same time, 11 p.m. Eastern. So, and I'm going to probably try a little harder to have a topic instead of just shenanigans, which shenanigans are fun. Never know what's going to happen. But, yeah. Everybody have a great night out there. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe and pay attention to your surroundings. Things are getting a little hairy in the world right now. Good night, folks.